Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go. Girl needs more therapy than anyone. Like, she needs the most therapy. She said all she needs to do is get out of debt. She's the reason she's in debt. She's the reason. She is the one who gives the money out. She needs to figure out why she's doing the very thing that she doesn't want to do, but she continues to do it, which is insanity. She needs more help than anyone. So Marquez used to work for Marceau at the movie theater. And he said the last time he was there was during homecoming, and he got into it outside. And it wasn't, he didn't say with Ken, but it had something to do with Ken. So he came to apologize. Marceau, he said he didn't know anything about this triangle situation. Nothing. He didn't know they were married. She was married. He was married to her or anything. But he is a deadbeat. He is not sympathetic. He is not empathetic. He does not take accountability. And he feels like someone owes him something. I don't understand how Trish is still married to him. This man is a mess. This man don't care nothing about Trish, right? He is holding this marriage over her head just to do that. He is horrible. He said that he was not there for Trish, and Trish has told us that because he has never lost anybody in his family. Like, you have to lose somebody in your family to have empathy for your wife? Not that you just, this is your wife. She's going through something. He said he had checked out emotionally. But now he's back because he's back for his kids. The kids that he got up and walked out on and moved to Atlanta. This man is certifiably insane. He said he left, right? 2020 was too much for him. The pandemic was just too much. He has resentment and he had to go. Because he did not want to be in this situation anymore. But he left because of the Ken situation. He couldn't handle Ken taking his kids to football games and to dance practice. So he left. And he left Ken to do his fatherly duties. This is a bum. So he said, what is a father, though? Marceau said, someone who picks your kids up from school, takes them to dance, takes them to football games. Right? He's grappling with that because Trish has erased the 6 years of the relationship between him and his daughter. The 6 years he been gone. So you want to blame Trish for picking up by herself, finding someone in her life to help her. You want to blame her for that. Yeah, where does Carlos get these people? I mean, for real. This is probably this is the worst thing you can have on television. Now he wants to know how he can get back and be the father he's supposed to be. Y'all, when I tell you I agree with Marceau, you can't just leave and do it 6 years and be like, I don't want to do it no more. Father is something that you earn. It's someone who you are. You are taking care of someone. You walked out on your wife and your children. Sir, sign the papers. He said his main gripe is that this man is in the house with his children and his daughter has stopped saying that she loves him and says that a father should never leave his family. Did the baby lie? Now you want to put it on the baby. You want to put it on Trish and you want to put it on the baby. And then you want to put it on Trish because you left the house and now the kids are looking at someone else as a father. Sir, you are supposed to be the first love of your daughter's life. So you have planted a seed as to how men show up in girls' lives. You don't get to have a questioning attitude when you chose to get up and walk out of the house on your family. You did this. Is this man Kendall Martell? Carlos, this is stupid. Y'all, I want to use the N-word so bad because that's where I am in this. I don't know if I'm going to get any more done. This right, insert the word for me. This man said that he does not want Ken to be the one, if he marries Trish, to console his daughter if she has a bad day after school. And Marcel's like, what do you want him to do? He said, tell the baby to call her daddy. So the baby got a bad day at school. Ken walks in. She needs comfort. He's supposed to just go into the room and say, call your daddy. This is garbage. Like, what? What is this? And then him and Trish are pretty much like the same. Trish trying to say that they not married because they don't talk. That it's just a document. That's crazy. Then he's saying, oh, I'm still raising my daughter, but I left. But I don't want anybody else to raise her. Like, I get why they was together. I get that. But this is horrible. Maurice should not be the lawyer in this family. It should be Marceau. Because the question and answer section of this show, Marceau is, his tongue should be wrapped around his tonsils the way Marceau is questioning him. And he is not doing a good job at answering. Like, it's so stupid. Like, he doesn't want Ken to go to a PTA meeting, but he's not even there to go. He doesn't want the baby to look at Ken as a father figure, but he's not even in the house. Like, he could have been at home. We all go through stuff. That's your fault for getting married at 18. Because it was definitely was some cheating involved. I don't know what Marceau talking about, that Marquez is passive, and he is probably the male in the Martell and Mel situation. I'll get back to that. But Marceau told him that what you need to realize is Ken picked up where you left off. Now, he has a hard time with that, right? The truth. But Marceau was right. When you have a conversation with him, the first thing out of your mouth should be thank you. Because he has come in and filled your shoes. Because you couldn't take it. And the pandemic was too much for you. You had to go. Right? You got a hard time with a man stepping up being a man. It's hard for men to take care of other men's children. And Ken seems to do it with ease. So you just need to get on out the way. You know, what do you want, sir? What do you want? Then when Marceau, first of all, I don't even understand where Marceau coming from. I mean, he is speaking facts, and kudos to him. But when he said that he has picked up the slack, Numbnuts right here said he don't have no choice. He does have a choice. He has a choice just like you had a choice. But these are your children that Ken has chose to be here for, that you walked out on. Yes, everybody has a choice, and you have exercised your choice. Now you mad because your baby's growing up and she has a father figure that is not her father. Insert the N-word. Marceau is tearing him up every way he goes. Talking about Ken not gonna leave because Ken worships the ground she walks on. He said somebody does because you didn't. Like, you just said you wasn't in love with Trish, right? Divorce her, work on co-parenting, and get the hell on. Nell said they hurt her feelings because everybody in the house says she needs counseling. She says she knows how to take care of herself. She just needs her money. But she needs it more than anybody else. And thank God Mel was able to change her mind. Let's keep going. Dr. Francis is in the building. And I'm sure right now his gasket is about to be flabbered because we're dealing with grown children and Nell trying to set boundaries with people who have W-2s. This episode, this scene shows that Nell needs help more than anybody on this set, okay? But Dr. Francis made her go down the line and say 1 or 2 sentences about each child. So you could hear her, you could hear the hurt, but their problem is she doesn't listen, right? And Dr. Francis said the thing is she's so loud because she wants to hide the fact that she's delicate. I agree with that. But she needs a couple more sessions, right? Like, Chris is fine. He knows how to communicate. She doesn't. Now we back. He said that he don't have enough for Ken because he feels like Ken has always been waiting in the wings to talk to Trish. Sir, if you had not have left your wing, then maybe Ken wouldn't have anything to wait for. You want to blame everybody but you. Baby, he can't take Ken, right? Ken is bodybuilder, and he got a problem with that. He got a problem with Ken being a man and a father to his children, right? He want to blame everybody but himself. I don't think Trish cheated on him. I think Trish, after he separated, Trish did what she had to do. I ain't got no problem with that. He is a dingbat. He feels like just because they still married, the baby girl shouldn't see Ken as a father who is there. Because she called him dad on a Father's Day video. he got the nerve to say you gonna go half on me on the filing fee for the divorce. She said, Ken, I pay the half.